Morning everybody, welcome to Northern Fell Running. Got a good one for you today. We're here at Morebattle in Scotland. We've got a very special guest. No stranger to the channel.
Hey,
it's
morning
Glenn.
everybody, how do you do?
So Glenn, what are we doing here today?
Yeah, we're going to do a recce of the forthcoming GPX Trail Events race, which is the Morebattle to Wooler, following the St Cuthbert's Way. It's 20 miles, which goes over the highest point, which is Yetholm Hill. The weather's a bit cool today, so hopefully we might get some views later on. But yeah, looking forward to it.
How many miles, Glenn?
20 miles.
Ah. Right then, so we're leaving the lovely little town of Morebattle. We're on our way to Town Yetholm and Kirk Yetholm.
That's correct, Town Yetholm first.
And we're going to cross over the highest point, which is Yetholm Hill, is that right?
Yeah, and I think it's about 600 metres if I'm not mistaken, but double check that.
So it's going to be a bit of a lung buster. Now guys, if you click on the video description, there is a link to my Plotaroute channel. You can download the GPX file for this race. You can fiddle around with the interactive maps. You can see the profile, height, elevation, things like that. So go and have a look at that. That should help you out. Right then guys, so just talking to Glenn, this route is not going to be waymarked, so I suggest, as I've just mentioned, you go and get that GPX file down below. It is following the St Cuthbert's Way,
Yeah.
so if you've got a map, you can bring that or use the GPX will provide for you. Lovely start, very quiet.
Quite a few markers out, Graham, on the coast there.
Right, let's show everybody what they're looking for.
Brilliant.
So there it is. Looks like a sort of religious sign, doesn't it? Celtic cross. Just showing my ignorance there.
There we are.
So on the approach up to Yetholm Hill, there is some different markers, but they all have the same little feature on this Celtic cross, like Glenn pointed out before. We are heading up here, Yetholm Hill. What a view. Shall we describe this one as hilly, Glenn?
I think so. Yeah, it's quite an abrupt start.
Just a bit. Now, quick question, Glenn. We obviously don't want to put anybody off coming to do this race. But loads of you sign up, but is this race suitable for everybody? Because it is quite a long one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, Graham, good point. Obviously it's 20 miles. There's no real support other than you can carry. So you have to be really self-sufficient, capable in 20 miles. So you have to bear that in mind. There's no cut-off times.
So here we are, guys. highest point on the course, wide open hill, 1,207 feet, and this is the highest point of the way and also the halfway point between Melrose and Lindisfarne. Views are incredible. I wasn't actually expecting it to be this dramatic. I was going to keep this a short film today, but we'll keep coming over the top of the hill and something else more spectacular. Check it out. I think we're going to get wet, Glenn. Yeah, good idea. That brings me to a good point there. I think a couple of safety tips. With this being a big one, guys, make sure you got your waterproofs, hat, gloves, food, water. I've got an emergency blanket in the back there. They're only a couple of quid. Just in case you get in any trouble, make sure you're prepared. So at about 3.5 miles, just peeking into the distance, we have Town Yetholm or Kirk Yetholm, one of the two. So just as you hit mile 6, guys, you will enter Town Yetholm. Probably another half a mile will be right in the centre. Right, very famous little spot for you here. The end of the spine race, right here at the Border Hotel. I'm going to touch this wall where some world-class runners have touched, the likes of John Kelly, Jasmine Paris,
Mark Clarkson,
Damien Hall, Sabrina Verge, and now Glenn McWilliams and Graham Hare.
Kev Wattler in the future.
Kev Wattler. Now, do not expect this on this trail race. Glenn's lovely lady Sharon has met us with some sarnies and crisps. Thank you, Sharon.
Pleasure.
Bless you.
Would you like a coffee as well?
Oh, yeah. Right, we're fueled up. We're leaving the Border Hotel. So, how far left to go, Glenn?
I reckon about 14.
14 miles.
My sums are right.
Okay. So it's still a bit of a trek, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, let's get cracking. Keep your eyes out, guys. Another finger post. St Cuthbert's Way. We've got the low level and high level Pennine Way mark there as well. Interesting. Well defined track though here, guys. Again, just use your common sense. No way markers. Make sure you download that GPX file, bring a map, and keep your eyes peeled. Well, that was quite a climb, leaving Yetholm. So we're heading up towards the border ridge, I suppose, aren't we, Glenn?
Yeah, just on that wall there.
So we'll be back in England in a minute, eh?
Yeah.
So I can confirm, at mile 9, the pain and the misery ends for a short while, flattens out. We're going to cross through an old forest and we're on our way to Hethpool. We'll be there in a couple of miles and then it's only about 8 miles back to Waller, isn't it, Glenn?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, 8 undulating miles.
We've just hit a bit of a slippy section. I think Glenn wants to give a tip on footwear.
Yeah, we get asked a lot of questions, quite rightly so. what footwear best to wear really depends a lot on what the weather's been like. Today I should have had a bit more aggressive grip. I've been slipping and sliding on the downhills.
Unfortunately, I didn't get it on camera.
Yeah, but just nearer the time we'll sort of give an update.
So as mentioned, you will run through a chopped down forest. You can see all the old tree trunks, pretty sparse now. Right guys, we're just coming into Yetholm here, and the Cheviot Trail Events support vehicle is here to meet us. Just to point out though guys, you will not be getting this preferential treatment. This is just for the gaffer. Okay, then we've left Yetholm. It's about 8 miles back to Buckley now. Straight in front of me is Yavering Bell. We're going to go up the path there. You'll have Yavering Bell on your left hand side. Follow the St Cuthbert's Way. Once you get up the top of that hill there, it flattens out and there's not much more climbing. Flat run all the way to Humbleton Hill, and then you start to come down. So this is really the last horrible climb.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's a tough climb coming up the side of Yavering, but as you see, Graham, quite right. That's the worst of the climb over. But we've got about 8 miles to go.
Definitely the steepest bit by a mile. Ouch. So there you go, we're leaving Yavering Bell. It's already starting to flatten out. In about half a mile this we'll be at the top, just flattened off. Right then guys, it's very much flattened out now. Lovely running conditions. To my right, that big hill, I'm just going to slow down to that one there, that's Hedge Up Hill. Cheviot to the right of it. They were just little peaks in the distance a few miles back. Right, at mile 15.5 approximately, you are going to hit a section of bogs. It never really dries out here, so if you haven't got wet feet by this point, you will have at the end of this point. It doesn't last long, but it's very boggy, as I'm sure you can see Glenn negotiating the secret way. Oh, nearly got him. I'm not going to turn off just in case. Oh yeah, because I've got some great falls in peat bogs. Well, I'll tell you what, if you like it a bit bleak, there's absolutely nothing up here. Mile 16 guys, 4 left to go. Ooh, I can feel it now, like. There he is, the machine. Look at that, man.
Just for the camera.
Well, we've got a couple of miles left, guys. There's one of the finger posts. We've got Humbleton Hill just beyond Glen there. A couple of miles left. Oh, let's put the hammer down. So as soon as you clear Humbleton Hill, You've got Wooler glinting in the distance, beckoning you home. Don't forget guys, the link to the GPX file is down below. The entry for this race is down below. Just all the relevant links that you need, and go and download it. Hopefully see you on the race. We'll check in with you right at the end at the Cheviot Centre. But I think this is us pretty much done for today. Anything you want to say to finish off, Glenn?
Yeah, great, please. Just, we're coming up to where you'll be diverted off the St Cuthbert's Way because of Storm Arwen and the forestry damage. We're going to take you down the front of Humbleton, but I'll make sure it's heavily marked, and hope you'll have a marshal there on the day. But it'll be quite clear.
Great.
Cheers.
See you at the end. Well guys, we've made it. Here we are, arriving at the Cheviot Centre. 20 miles of hills, forests, trails, towns,
Bogs.
2 countries.
Yeah.
And this is where you come back to the Cheviot Centre. Great little meet off point. Oh. Well done, Glenn.
Well done, mate. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
No probs.
Well ran.
You too, mate.
Ooh.
Hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time, and I hope to see you on the race.